Hi all, my name is Gundam and in this tutorial I will show you the new module just released, Mission Automa. Mission Automa allow you to build tactical engagement from UI without the use of mission editor in Falcon BMS. Just let you show how it works. Login on SquadronHUB. On the left side you can see the Mission Automa new tab. Clicking on it, we can access to the, let me say, new capability. It's a quite complex capability, as you can guess. And let me say, in each tab showed by the UI, you have a different, let me say, way to create or to monitor the just created tactical engagement. It's dedicated for Falcon BMS, first of all. And in, let me say, because of its complex and very huge, is in continuous improvement and enhancement. So please don't hesitate to write us or send notes to improve this. And if you like it, we can even implement other theater. We just start with Balkans one, but we are planning to add others starting from the official, but even the other in the platform. Okay, let's describe each one in order to avoid too much long video tutorial. I will explain basically the basic capability of each one. Please experiment yourself and send us feedback as anticipated before. Okay, tasking name is the name of the tactical engagement, test for tutorial 1. You can choose the editor. At the moment, just Balkan is active. Starting time local, you can, let me say, select the time for which the tactical engagement will be saved. Consider that the human flights will take off 1 hour after this time you put here. If you leave empty this field, Air Officer Commander, let me say, we ask him Colonnello Geppetto Colonel, will take in charge a randomic, let me say, time, if not specified. Weather, you can leave to IOC or put manual the indication for the weather, or leave the platform to ask for real weather condition. Server flights is just to, let me say, include to, you ask to Air Officer Commander to include in the flights even the server flight that will take off some minutes before, so you can put in ramp the server and let me say, build your multiplayer experience. Below you can see the nations below each side, blue force, and red force, and neutral. And for each one, you can define the human pilot, as you can see. Let's put human pilot for this tutorial, let me say, to keep it simple just for NATO, maybe, I don't know, 6 pilots. You can choose the mission type, okay? And let me say, the type of block Falcon 16 to consider for the mission. The flight size in 2 or 4 ships, and if you can even explicit the requirement for AWACS and tanker. If you do not select this, AOC, let me say, based on his culture and doctrine, will choose, and mission will choose, if this is the case, to add the tanker or AWACS, depending on the objective's target position, takeoff position, and mission parameter, and so on. In the brief, you can, let me say, describe with the natural language the objectives. For example, it You can choose, is a multi-language large language model behind, so there is some AI, even if not so much, because the server in which platform is running doesn't have GPU inside, so let me say it's a light model. You can put hit runway, runway at Batanica Airbase. I don't know, we can put take off from Aviano. Same, sorry, same, same airbase from recovery. Okay, just keep simple. You can put the comment in the tactical engagement for the blue force, for the NATO, for example. You can put it's just a test for the tutorial. Okay, now you can, let me say, choose the ratio for each forces, war force in the field, no? So air force, so other flights, medium, heli, low, ground force, let's put high, naval force, let's put low. And from other part, you can choose even this parameter for each nation. For example, you can avoid the human pilots in this example for Air Force, but provide some resistance, no? Some resistance for Serbia. Okay, let's put server. You can choose NATO. You can choose, let me say, a Mirage. Okay, and all is okay. Saying 6 human people, 1 fly nation is okay. And when you are ready, you can transmit the tasking order to the Geppetto colonel, the AOC. Let's see. And let's remove the first use case just to clean the dashboard. Now the test of tutorial 1 is working in progress. There is a batch, first in, first out. This is the logic, just to avoid overhead on the let me say server platform, SquadronHUB server platform. And when ready, report ready highlights advise you, and you can, let me say, check what else he did. You check, click on it, and some information, let me say, is reported. It's quite complex. Please read all about the situation, the threats in general, how the AOC is, let me say, think to the mission. So this is the rationale of the mission that has been just created, so you can understand if he understood your requirements or not. If not, you can reject the tasking and retry, let me say. You can even, let me say, after checking the flights, so the NATO, Aviano Airbase is the takeoff and recovery as asked. The mission is Enoka strikes. The Botanica Airbase is the target. So he understood very well, let me say, our brief. This is all the flights, and the flights includes the mission flights, and even, let me say, the radio, force radio we specified in the command box as did before, no? As shown before. Okay, the AOC use, as you can see, different type of let me say, plane or heli. And support, he put the support. In this case, we do not specify tanker or AWACS. In this case, he put just the tanker, 3 tanker, depending on the fly he plane. After we can see what he did. And the same things for the Red Force. Okay. some information about coordination, and some information of weather. For the weather, you can click even this tab and see, let me say, the map with colors that show you, let me say, the weather situation, the weather picture, okay? Let me say, put even some information about the flights he just created, and maybe there is even just some strange flights, but let us see after in the tactical engagement. When you see red, more red means inclement, more green means sunny, okay? There is anyway the legend below, okay? You can even download the PDF, okay, of the mission. You can download it, and if resume in military report style all the information, you can download it and share this with the pilots joining the mission. There is a lot of information here. Let me say it's quite similar to the report we already see. You see even the graph with the weather graph. Okay, for sure we can improve this, but let me say it's just a first release. Okay, if you, let me say, like what AOC has designed for you, okay, total 38 flight, 81 ground battalion, 11 naval group, so it's quite a mid tactical engagement in terms of volume. You can approve and compile the file, the file groups of tactical engagement. Just click. Another task, the building is starting. The percentage is shown here. We can just we are now in the batch monitor. When in this tab you can monitor what's happening to your request, let me say. And now the mission has been built, so is ready. You can have a briefing document with the logo of your squadron that is, let me say, saved in a squadron tutorial with all the information. And let me say, in more, let me say, style to share this with all the pilots. No, there is some information as the airfield of takeoff and recovery, if he found the, let me say, the airport, no, that you specified. I leave the, let me say, chart, airport chart that are inside the theater directory. So if the airport is present, if not, let me say, just note me and I can save on the platform the airport and so you can find it, okay? All the flights with the steer point, even the weather on each steer point, okay? Some information about the server host, okay, and that's it, okay? If you download the TAC, you can see the zip and just, let me say, unzip this on the, in this case, on the Balkan campaign directory and just fly it. Okay? That's all for the first tab. Let's come back on the, let me say, the second one. The meaning of the second one is for training, mainly for training purpose. So is a package, so more than one tactical engagement for which there is, let me say, gradual difficulty in each one. So maybe you can start easily and go at the end of the tactical engagement more difficult in terms of enemy, in terms of weather, and so on. Just test package for tutorial. This is the name of the package, mission package. Theater always Balkan at the moment. You can choose the pilot, for example, 12 pilot, the type of airframe. the flight size, the same of the, you can even, let me say, choose, the meaning is the same of the previous tab. Here is the auto, is the number of tactical engagement, no? Maybe I have to put a label here to be more clear on this. You can specify how many tactical engagement AOC has to be created for you. For example, 10. And if not, AOC, you leave to AOC the choice. Here you can choose the server flight. In this case, for each tactical engagement created, the AOC will consider a server flight. In the brief, the description of your package, training mission package, no? For example, generate 10 tactical engagement mission with different degree of enemy resistance. I don't know, for example, no? Randomic weather and consider both day and night mission. Okay, I don't know, just simple, no? This is the comment for the NATO. In this case, for the mission package at the moment, take into account just NATO nation. In the future, we can even let choice to the user the nation, let me say. Test for tutorial. Okay, test some problem on the keyboard. Okay, test for tutorial. And even the comment on the let me say enemy side, no? Tutorial. If you want, it's not required this field. Okay, in this case you can generate the package. Let's see what the AOC will do this time. Review the report. Okay, this is the 10 mission he builded. Day, night, day, dusk, night, night, dusk. Okay, yoga strike, night. Okay, just some randomic topic. Difficulty escalate as a NATO training build up. Basic handling instrument till each mission standalone. Okay, some instruction. Same things download as before. Weather map. Okay, same capability. Let's approve. In this case, when you approve, it builds all the 10 tactical engagement for you. Some more seconds because there are 146 flights is creating in 10 missions, so it's quite complex. Maybe some minutes we have to wait that he finished the task. In the meantime, let me say, we can even proceed to describe the other functionality. In TVT tactical engagements, let me say, the things is to, let me say, is to build a TVT scenario. So blues against force with human pilots in both sides. So test, even here we can put test tutorial. I have some problem on the keyboard battery, but I hope it's enough for this tutorial. Tutorial, I don't know, 5. Okay, test tutorial. Start time, we can put 11. Okay. NATO, I don't know, 88. Okay, we can put 12. I'll see. Air officer commander take into account this parameter to build the flights, the flight path, the mission, the enemy. So take into account all these parameters, and in this case even the force balance. So you can start with the tactical engagement scenario with the, let me say, equal force, or playing with this, let me say, indicator, you can, let me say, leave a nation more powerful compared with the other, on the ground, on the sea, and so on. Okay, we can even make it in this way, for example. Engagement scale means how many flights, how many battalion, how many ship, how many actors has to be inside in the tactical engagement. No, victory condition check means that the victory condition for both red and blue are explicit in the briefing document. No, you can even avoid this. In this case, we can check, so I can show you this. And the server flights, let me say, is the same meaning about the same meaning of the before, the first capability that you already see. Let me just check. Okay, we have now the for the moment just let's check the batch. Download attack. In this case, you can download all the briefing. Okay, all the tactical engagement. Okay, for each one there is even a PDF and so on. Okay, we have after to check if this is from 9 to 10. Okay, perfect. And just a moment, you can even, let me say, this is not so, let me say, clear. I have to let me say, make different this kind of representation, but it just, let me say, allow you to download the briefing for each mission, okay, for each mission, okay. You can see the structure is the same you already see on the other capability. Okay, this is the weather map. Okay, we already see. Okay, just this. Coming back on TVTA, we make we building the mission test TVT5. We just move some force ratio. Posture, you can specify if bot attack defend or blue attack red defense. Just let me see what you want depending on which kind of scenario you want to build. I like mutual, okay. Server flights, the NATO, okay, let's the tornado, okay. And let's choose, leave the start local. I want in this case to let AOC to choose, generate. Generate test TVT, okay, review report, let's see what they make. Explain the situation. He created 39 flights, 48 ground battalions, 7 naval group, air trap assessment, okay, layered, enemy cap, let's see, this is the blue, okay, sweep, Botanica, Casale as airport. Okay, in this case he put an AWACS at tanker, very well, and he put the same for the red as you see. Okay, coordination, weather, okay, we have to study this. Okay, you can even download or approve. Let's approve. If you approve, in this case, in TVT, a double briefing will appear for the red and for the blue, so you can, let me say, share this on the two pilots group, no? For each sides. Briefing blue, briefing red. In this case, we can choose, for example, briefing red. Let's download it. And for the red, there is Fight zones means the merge, no? The time for which after 7 minutes from the push, the two parts will be in war, let me say, will fight, force ratio, the flights, the victory condition we explicit in the document as choose in the user interface. So the blue establishes superiority over the contested zone, okay, best keep ratio. So I do not specify the mission, the AOC choose higher superiority, let me say. This is human squadron for the red on T-Valley report he choose even, let me say, other force with the carrier. In this case, he planned to put the carrier in the field. Okay. Some information about the side and the units for the ground war. Okay. He explained to us that two opposing ground forces are fighting for the contested point. Okay, so this is a situation of war on the ground. You have to take into account this and the weather map with even some let me say information about the mission and the objectives. Okay. Fight zones is the area for which there will be the let me say the fight between red and blue, no? Looking to the plan. Okay, tanker AWACS and call sign for the mission. Okay, there is even a strike. Interesting. Okay, this one. Coming back, we are experimenting all this now, so as you can see, it's quite complex. Even the response of the OC has to be checked and so on. But let's make this. It's quite funny in our experience, let me say. And the OC now, after some tuning, start to make interesting tactical engagement without any correction, let me say. But a lot has to do. Again to improve, but starting to be funny. Okay, let's see the last tab, TVT branch campaign. The idea here is to create a short campaign with tactical engagement, in a few words. So let's see how it works. So tutorial branch campaign. We can put day, for example. The tether in this case is Balkan, because now we have just Balkan, but in the future will be even here the chance, the possibility to choose the nation. Blue force, you can see, you can change the nation, and let me say for the blue you can choose the nation. Let's keep NATO and the block, file con 16 block. You can choose the number of pilots, and for the two faction, and let me say the campaign size. So how branch will be created. Now I show you. So let's the maximum and server flights. Okay. Now I show you the branch concept. General campaign. AOC will work for you, and when finished, you can open the T branch. What is this? The T branch put, let me say, the front line between blue and red. Some information about let me say, objectives and so on. And regarding the first mission, this one, okay? The first mission has to be created, so we can let compile and let's see what AOC will propose to us. Above there is all the ratio that we choose that we have at the starting point. The starting point there is let me say same force. During the branch campaign, this force will change. Okay, let's compile the engagement. Now he is building the first engagement. we can leave AOC to work for us. Meanwhile, working, we have, as you can see, report the outcome. We have to report after the tactical engagement, which is the, let me say, the exit from the previous tactical engagement. So we can even, let me say, specify that an object has been let me say, has been accomplished or not with this check, and the AOC will take account about this in the future tactical engagement, in the future mission. He built that, and let me say what he make for the, let me say, object is to destroy it. The mission are airstrip, okay, enemy AWACS on station, okay, a battalion of tank, it's okay, and the SAT-10. Okay, we have four objectives for the let me say blue one. And in ground world, blue ground force to calls airstrip. Okay. The ground forces blue has to take, let me say, this airstrip. This is the objective. You can even read this on the briefing. Let me open for the blue. No? Blue has to destroy the target system. Red, in this case, has to defend the target system. Okay, then I strike and attract the attacker's target checklist. Okay, this is just a resume. This is, let me say, is done to allow you to maybe print this paper and take note about which is the results, the outcome from the mission, and after report in the object here the situation. Okay, and no, this is the old one. Okay, and deploy human squadrons, the mission for the human squadrons. Okay, and let me say all the flights, the role, the radio, and so on. Tactical situation. Explain the zone for the flights for the war. And let me say the chart if he found it, and the weather on the steer point, or each steer point, and the support flight is present, if present. In this case, we have two tanker and E3. Okay, you can do this for blue and red. Let me say, and let me say flights. How you can flights? You can let me say download the TAC from here. You download, let me say, and tutorial branch blue and red has been downloaded together with the files, and flights the mission. Okay, after you fly the mission, you come back on this, and for example, we make some update here, and blue wins, let me say, blue wins. So now we'll go here, okay, blue wins, draw or red, let's blue wins, okay, and you can, let me say, compile another engagement, and he make another mission, and so on. So you can organize with your fellows, with your, let me say, squadron, a combat scenario, no? A TVT combat scenario, even internally on a squadron, or between more than one squadrons, and with the tactical engagement created for you by OC that take notes about even the progress, no? So this time we have this objective, enemy warship, enemy hour, so there is even a randomic variability on this. And as you can see, we put the blue wins, so the force radio will change it accordingly to what happened in the previous mission, and so on. At the end, the AOC will report the winner of the branch campaign scenario. Okay. A lot of things are to, let me say, will remain to say, but I would avoid a huge, too much long video and to annoying you and so on. My, let me say, suggestion is if you like it, just try it. Maybe can simplify your tactical engagement creation for your squadron. I hope this will save you time. A lot of things to be added and tuned even in this tutorial. While I'll show to you, I note some improvement I have to include, but let me say now it works, no? At the minimum level to allow me to share with you this capability. I hope you have fun with it, and do not hesitate to let me know about your thought about this. We need even to know if the direction is right, if let me say is it's a value for you, and so it's worth or not to maybe add other theater to this capability, and more integration with other modules that we already and just created, okay, for all the virtual squadron in SquadronHUB. Okay, thanks for your attention, have fun, bye bye.